30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
We now present The Adventures of Marco Polo. Marco Polo was overjoyed to learn that the Princess Ilana had married Toktai, and he persuaded Kublai Khan to spare their lives. Then Marco Polo took farewell of Kaila, promising to marry her on his return to Pekin. Meanwhile, he interviewed Toktai and Zelana and begged them to find a husband for Kaila. Eventually, Kublai Khan and Marco Polo started on their return journey to Pekin, while Marco Polo went with his father and Benno to Zaitun in the company of Tapin Zu, the Khan's general. On arrival at this city, they were greeted by the king Penten, who told them that the city was celebrating his approaching marriage, as he was about to marry a slave who came from Italy. Marco Polo and his companions were intrigued by this news. They went to the king's palace, where Penten granted them an audience.
Be seated, Marco Polo. You shall have the place of honor here on my right side.
The place of honor is not for me, great King Penten. The place of honor is for Tapin Zu, who represents Kublai Khan.
That is true. Come, Tapin Zu, sit beside me.
I thank you. And I recommend to you Marco Polo and his father Niccolo. They have both done great service for the Khan. Marco Polo is to become governor of Armenia at the end of his tour of the Khan's dominions.
The Khan places much faith in the Venetians. Then let Marco Polo and his father Niccolo sit on my left side.
We thank you, Your Majesty. Now, tell us of your approaching wedding.
I will tell you. As Tapin Zu is no doubt aware, I have been married for many years, and it is a matter of wonderment to my subjects that I have never met a woman whom I would care to marry. This city, Zaitun, is a great seaport. Vessels come here from all over the world, and my men captured a pirate vessel, the captain of which had a strange story to tell. He said that he and his men had attacked a ship from Genoa. Is that not in your
Yes, but what are you doing here? If you're seen, you'll be killed.
Tell me this. Are you closely guarded?
I cannot leave my quarters. There are sentries on guard outside the door.
It is unsafe to remain out here on the balcony. May I enter that room and speak with you there?
Yes, there's no one in that room. But someone may enter at any moment.
If they do, I will hide now. You lead the way. Now, we can talk safely. Is it true that you are to marry King Pentan?
Yes, but I do not wish to marry him.
Do you hate him?
I do not hate him.